Hey, Scott Snapp here with Loan Depot, head of the Closed Into Snapp Mortgage team. And then today we have a guest with us. I have Chelsea Steinman, one of the local realtors, and she's just started her own team. So she's here to tell us a little about her team and what she does. So Chelsea, tell us all about the new team.
Yeah, like Scott said, my name is Chelsea Steinman. I'm with Realty, and I just started the Sweet Home team in Findlay and the surrounding area. And it's me, another agent, and we have an admin person as well. But the agent that's working with me, her name is Sam Sheets. She has been licensed probably 8 months, and she is doing phenomenal. The reason why I actually started the team, I have been in real estate, it'll be 10 years in June, and I got to the point where I'm ready to hand off some clients to another agent. Like every year I'm spread very, very thin. Sam, her work ethic and the way she thinks is very similar to mine. And I know she's going to do a good job for my clients. So if I get too busy or if I need help with something, I know she's going to take care of my clients too. I think she's going to do really well in real estate.
So Chelsea, I know one of the challenges in this market, because as everyone knows, we have a housing shortage. But I think one of the challenges, there's a lot of people that they either think they have to, or in some cases they do have to, sell their house before they buy their next home.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about some of the ways you handle that, or some of the ways you help people through that whole process.
I will say that needing to sell that contingency is common in the market. Quite a few clients need to sell their house to buy their next one. Basically, there is a concern about timing. You need to start moving quick. So like when I meet with a client before we even start looking and they tell me they need to sell their house first, I tell them, okay, get your house ready to go now, because once we find something, we'll put it on the market and we have people walk through right away. We have to close the same day too. Yeah. So close on their current house in the morning, and then maybe in the afternoon close on their next one.
And a lot of people probably don't realize they can do it that fast.
Mm-hmm.
You can literally close at 9 a.m. on the sale of your house and turn around at 10 and buy your next house, and any proceeds would move over with it. So
yeah, yep.
And I know that is one of the things on our side of things that we see a lot, where people are like, geez, I want my down payment money from this house to put down on the next house. One of the things I think a lot of people don't realize exists out there is what's called a recast on a loan. As long as you can handle in your debt ratio both payments,
Mm-hmm.
you can actually go ahead and buy your new house with little down. So let's say you put 5% down,
Mm-hmm.
okay? And then sell your other house afterwards to remove that contingency for you and make you a stronger offer.
Yep.
And then when your house sells, you take that lump sum that you wanted to put down and you put it down, you fill out a form, you put it down, and they do what's called a recast. They recast your payment just as if you put it down initially.
And you, I just heard about recasting today from you, so I didn't even know that was an option.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a time frame where they close on their new house? Do they have to close on their next house by a certain time?
Nope, there's no time frame. I had someone that moved up from Florida, and they were in the middle of a remodel and they got a job transfer. So they didn't get their other house sold for like a year, and then they did the recast. But
wow.
You can only do the recast once per loan.
Okay.
But there is no time limit as to when you have to do it. So you can take your time, get your house sold, get the price you want,
okay,
and then recast it.
So if someone bought their new house and then, like you said, had to fix up their house and took 2 years to sell, so then would it still be a 30-year loan if they got a 30-year loan?
So when they recast, if there's a gap like that where there's a year, they're going to recast it over the remaining years. So if you're a year into it, the recast will be over 29 years. So you don't have to go back in time either. But your payment goes down just as if you put it down from the get-go.
Huh, that's a really nice feature.
Yes.
Yeah, you're a wealth of knowledge, Scott.
See? Here to help.
Yep.
Well, Chelsea, we're getting ready to come into spring, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm over this cold weather, so I'm hoping it gets here soon. But let's talk about where you think the market's going. What do you see happening? We mentioned earlier there's been a housing shortage. Where do you see that going from here?
Every year, it starts out slow. And actually, I feel like, I don't know if it's been like this for you, but this January has been a little bit busier,
Yes.
just because I think we've had a little bit of a more mild winter.
Yes.
I do think interest rates are going to drop. I don't think they're, like I said, I want your opinion too. I don't think they're going to go as low as they were 3 years ago.
No, I don't think we'll see COVID rates again.
No,
probably not in our lifetimes. But I do agree. I was telling somebody the other day, asked me, is this a good time to buy? And I said, I think everybody from April on is going to look at all the people that bought January through March and go, man, they played the market right.
Yeah.
They're lucky, right?
Yep.
That's sort of the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Rates are going in the right direction. And as I often tell people, you don't buy or not buy a house because of the interest rate. That's silly. That's crazy. You buy the house, it's going to go up in value. And you can always lower it when the rates come down. So don't wait for that silliness, because you're going to be able to refinance it. But I do think it's going to continue to get lower and lower as the year goes on. I see everybody revising it. The challenge with that is for those that want to wait, and you can attest to this, is as rates come down, more buyers come out.
Correct. Yep. Big time.
So you're out there today looking at houses, and I love this house, and so does one other person. So you're competing. You got two offers competing. Suddenly, as rates come down and more people come out, now you're competing with several people, which is obviously going to raise the price of the house.
Yep.
And here we go again, and house prices are already rising. I think people are, there are still some school of thought out there waiting for the crash.
Yeah.
Okay? They're waiting for the crash.
Yep.
Crash ain't happening, folks. We have a housing shortage. This is a supply and demand issue. Okay, this isn't like 2008 where we had to create buyers for all the homes.
Right.
We've got more buyers than we have homes.
Yeah, and I think for sellers too, like the stereotypical time is to list your house March 15th. And I'm always listed sooner because you're going to still get a strong offer. Like this is the time of year where buyers, if they're, like you said, in the winter, I feel like they're more serious because if they're going to make the effort to get out there in the cold, they're not going to be wasting their time just looking.
So we've covered the market. It's a great time to buy.
Yep.
So if there's anybody out there in closing that is now they've heard this and they're ready to go, how do they get a hold of you and your team so they can get out there and look at some houses?
Yeah, definitely call me or text me. My phone number is 419-957-2964. And I take calls and texts all the time. So, and then
you guys have a Facebook page.
We do have a Facebook page too. Yep. On our Facebook page, it's Sweet Home Team, Key Realty.
And obviously you need to get pre-approved before you go look at a house. Give us a call here at the Closing the Snapp team. As everybody knows, we're going to answer the phone. And if you're looking for Chelsea, just say her name and we'll get you connected with her. Let's get you out there and get you into home ownership.